Antoine! Hey, yesterday must have been rough on you. Meow. You scared me half to death. I hope you take some time to think about why what you did was wrong. Nope, not listening. I think he's playing dumb. Oh well, I guess we do owe him some gratitude. Thank you, Antoine. Hey, there you are. You're the 5Ds character, what's up? Hi, Gustav. The factory chief told me that the rescue went off without a hitch. The professor's always been a mentor of sorts to all the there goes the text. So I just wanted to say thanks on behalf of everyone here. Well, we couldn't have pulled it off without you and your crew's help. Tina was so surprised that I thought her eyes might pop out. So that really was on purpose? Haha, well, to fool the enemy, sometimes you have to fool your allies first. So, what business do you have at the gate? The professor asked us to go to Grand Cell. We're a little early for the 11 o'clock flight. Yeah, well, it also looks to be a little late. There's still time to drop off your bags, so I think you can take it easy in town for a bit. That sounds like fun. Hey, you two. Most things cats say in Sky Games you can translate with the kitty talk for dummies. That sounds hilarious. I think you'll definitely like second chapter more than first chapter chaos. Maybe we'll see. I don't know. I'm kind of like, as is right now, I'm kind of thinking I'm not going to play the second game. But we'll see. If I do play it, it'll be way later in the year because I've got like 5 new games coming out in a 3-month period starting the end of June. So I wouldn't have time to play it anytime soon anyways, but FC hasn't really left me with the desire to want to play anymore, but, you know, anything can happen. Well, if it ain't Gerald, what's going on? Did something happen? Perfect, you're all here. To be honest, we've had some trouble. What kind of trouble? Well, we received a communique? Communique, is that word? I don't know what that word means. From the Airship Corporation, a communication? It looks like the ship will be arriving a few hours late. Wah! Okay, just what's going on here? More Sky Bandit trouble? Well, something like that anyway. Seems to me that the terrorists staged an ambush to disrupt the Queen's birthday festival. All ships are grounded at port while the military conducts inspections. Sounds like we're gonna have to walk it anyway. All ships are grounded at the port while they conduct inspections. That would mean they're probably looking for the professor's group. Which means that the ship that's bound for Grand Cell is being held up in Rouen. Apparently a military guard ship is coming here from Leyston Fortress instead. I get it. But if that's the case, you're gonna be extremely busy soon, aren't you? No kidding. I've got to explain the situation to the customers. Which means that you two have a good chunk of time to kill. Just thought of something. If you want to wait at the Bracer Guild, I can get in touch with you there. Okay. Thank you very much. Triangle Strategy in your backlog? No, I have no intentions of playing Triangle Strategy. My boy Slyro did a blind playthrough of it, or is doing one. I don't know if he ever finished it, so go check out his playthrough if you want, but I'm not going to, I have no plans to play Triangle Strategy. This stinks like last year's diapers. Why are you holding on to last year's diapers? If the military's coming here, I know they'll want to check out the Leibniz. I'd better have a talk with the factory chief. Yeah, if they check up on what happened yesterday, that won't be good. Be careful, whatever you do. I ain't so senile that I need a couple of punk kids to tell me to be careful. Take it easy, you two. Alright, peace, dude. Joshua? This doesn't look so hot. Yeah, this could put the airliner in danger. We've got time, so maybe we should take the highway. Aw, man. And it's been so long since I last got to ride on an airship, too. This is all your fault, Colonel Richard? Well, try to look at it as an ongoing opportunity to advance your training. So I guess we need to cancel our reservations at the reception desk. Who? What's his name again? Slyro. My boy Slyro. Do you not watch any of the group stuff on the channel? I do group stuff with Slyro all the time. He was in Pixelmon for a good while, most tabletop stuff he's a part of, etc., etc. Hey, it's you. I told you before, I don't know when the ship's leaving. If you just wait at the Bracers Guild. Actually, there's been a slight change in plan. I apologize for the timing, but can we still cancel? Sure, that's no problem. As long as it's before your flight arrives in port, there's no cancellation fee. We just need to get your tickets back. Great, here you go. Hey. Hey, that's a military patrol vessel. It's here early. Well, gotta go, bye! Thank you for your help. No worries, come back and see us again sometime. There is a Slyro command, but it's not Slyro. I clicked out of the emulator. It's !Sly for his Twitch channel, And Sly YouTube for his YouTube channel. Come on, Wolfen, you gotta know this stuff, brother. You're falling behind your studies. You're supposed to memorize all of the commands on the channel like every weekend. There's gonna be a quiz. I'm not so sly. All right, Wolfen, you're fired. Someone carry him out of the room. Well, things are certainly bustling around here. First, I believe I shall go see the factory chief. I have to admire the colonel for planning all of this. Okay, Hart, anytime you want to go back to normal running speed would be just fine. If we waste any more time here, those intelligence division people will catch up with us. We should head to town while we have time. Okay. We take the east road to get to Grand Cell, right? Right, and the Sanktheim gate is to the north along the Ritter roadway. Pass through the gate and you're right by Grand Cell. So we're taking the Ritter roadway. As far as I'm aware, there's nothing I care about to do in Zeiss unless a quest popped up here. Nope. We're leaving. Grand Cell final chapter, here we come. Chat, anyone got an idea, like, what the average playtime for the final chapter is? Anyone got a general idea? What am I looking at here? Am I looking at, like, 6 more hours, or am I looking at, like, 10 to 15 more hours? It should be more than 6 for a chapter. How long? I've been playing for 20. Well, actually, wait a minute. Prologue. Just count the prologue as a chapter. So that's 4 chapters we went through. What's the 4? I hate having to do math on the fly. It's like 6.5. It's like 6.5 hours per chapter, roughly, give or take. 6.5. Am I looking at an average chapter length, or is this one gonna be longer and be like a 10-hour ordeal? That's Fort Leyston. I don't want Fort Leyston. I want the Sanktheim gate this way. Yo, Nova, what's up? PopCon was great. Thanks for asking. I talked about it a bit at the start of stream. I'll probably talk about it more with Michael and Sly tomorrow in stream. The whole game is generally 40 hours. You're telling me that this one chapter is a 13-hour chapter, give or take? That's a lot. But still, that means we've only got, like, 4 more streams tops? I mean, we're only at 1.5 hours today. I'm gonna get another 2.5 hours logged today, so we're probably looking at 3 more streams tops. So this is the Sanktheim gate. It looks a lot like the Garoon gate back in Roland. Well, both gates cut through the same wall. Annenberg Wall completely surrounds the Grand Cell region. It was built almost 1,000 years ago, but it's solid enough that it held off the Imperial forces. It sure looks like it'd take more than a few guns to knock it down. Still, it looks like a tourist attraction. One where you could climb up to the top and check out the view. Haha, so you're planning to get up there and sprint all along the walls, are you? I didn't say that. I was just thinking that it'd be nice for us to have a nice quiet lunch together, just the 2 of us. And just talk about whatever. Make up your mind! Are you in love with Joshua? Or you're like, you know he's my brother, it's weird. Stop wishy-washying about it, it's so creepy. Isn't that what we always do anyway? Never mind. Let's just get the paperwork done and move on to Grand Cell. Okay, maybe it's just me, or maybe it's Maybelline. But are you mad about something? It's just you. Let's just go in and forget this whole conversation. Girls can be so difficult. Retweet, Joshua, retweet. The game can go to like 60 plus hours if you talk to all NPC, which game sometimes expects of you. I'm telling you right now, I will absolutely drop this series in a heartbeat if I am expected to talk to every NPC. That is one of my least favorite things in video games. If it's like expected for me to talk to NPCs for like the hidden like bonus stuff, sure, whatever. I'll ignore it anyway and it won't affect my enjoyment of the playthrough, theoretically. But if it's like, nah, dude, you got to like proceed, then I hate it and I consider it annoying game design. Hello, welcome to the Sanktheim gate. We need you to fill out some paperwork before we can let you go on to the capital. Let's do it. Can you give us the paperwork? Thank you, please sign here. There you are. What is it with you kids these days? Are you brave or are you just crazy? Are you on some kind of hiking date on the highway? What? A date? Ah, it's nothing like that. We're brother and sister. Funny, you don't look like siblings, but you do have the same last name, I guess. Okay, you're ready to go. Estelle, you seem very preoccupied all of a sudden. Are you okay? Do you want to stop and rest? No, I'm fine. Let's just get to the capital. If you're sure. Well, if you two aren't on a date, are you going to see the martial arts competition? Martial arts competition? Ah, wrong again. There's an annual martial arts competition held in the Royal Grand Arena. It was originally only for the Royal Guardsmen Elite, but now it's open to any willing fighter. I believe the preliminaries are starting this afternoon. Ah, that sounds like fun. That's definitely right up your alley, Estelle. The Queen will be there in person, so the admission fees are being discounted. If I weren't working, I'd be there myself by now. Ha, sorry to hear it. Of course, I'd rather be participating than watching. See if all this training's paid off yet or not. I can imagine. But if they've already started the preliminaries, it'll be impossible for you to get in. We got a job to finish too, don't forget. You'll just have to make do in the stands. Huh, too bad. Sir, is something wrong? That emblem on your chest. I didn't notice because of your age, but are you two bracers? That's right. Is there a problem? No, not a problem exactly. Geez, I never thought. Soldier, are you loitering while you're on duty? Oh, have you been ordered not to let bracers through or some nonsense? NPCs often have stuff to say that expands on lore stories, reference quests, and current events. I don't care. I'm here to tell you, I don't care. I don't mind that stuff in video games. It's really neat, actually, to have stuff like that you can, like, do on, like, second playthroughs and all that'll really, like, expand that stuff. But the way I play games is I play through a game, usually if there are, like, side quests and stuff like this that aren't super easily missable, like how they have the boards that tell you, like, here are your requests, you have a time limit for them, do them if you want. I'll do all those because that's fun and cool, and that's how I like to do stuff, and I'll get it done. If it's just like, hey, dude, make sure you talk to all 37 NPCs in the city that you're in, I'm like, nah, dog, I'm out. Then, if I really, really enjoy the game, if I like it a lot, I'll play it again, and I'll go out of my way for all that extra stuff, like I did in Xenoblade Chronicles, or like I do in the Tales of franchise, etc., etc. But, you know. So, the game has to really, like, grip me to make me want to take that much time for relatively small lore-building things. So, as you can probably guess, this game is nowhere near that level for me. I absolutely, like, I would be bored to tears playing through this game again, being like, gotta talk to every single NPC as I go. It would actually make me, like, it would straight up make me hate the game. if I tried to or had to do that. Commander! Is there a problem here? Well, sir, it's just that these two, they're bracers, sir. Shoot them. Bracers, huh? You two. I'd like a few minutes of your time if that's all right. We do need to get to the capital. Is that so? The capital. May I ask the nature of your business in the capital? Yo, these are evil dudes. They gotta be evil. What? Well, we've got a job. What kind of job? The professor, no! I mean, how do I put this? I'm sorry, but we have an official guild contract. Our business with our client is a private matter. Sounds suspicious to me. I'm afraid you're gonna have to explain yourselves. Look, I don't see what the big problem is. Well, we received information from military high command. The Royal Guardsmen have revolted against the Queen and are staging terrorist attacks. And it seems that some of these terrorists may have disguised themselves as bracers. Oh, here we go. We're under orders to detain anyone claiming to be a bracer pending investigation. Richard! Richard! I wouldn't write it off yet. The games truly do get far better as you progress. I mean, yeah, you say that, but... Give myself a drink of water. But, Sky 2 would have to be pretty drastically different from Sky 1 to really catch my interest at this point. Also, it would have to be a lot more enjoyable gameplay because I've already gone over my grievances in previous videos / streams, but the gameplay in this game gets really, really stale after a while for me. We're under orders to detain anyone claiming to be a bracer pending investigation. What? What? Specialist, that's enough. We're sorry, but we're under strict orders. Until we can confirm your identification, you're to remain here at Sanktheim. All right, I'm just gonna, like, beat you all up if that's okay. You can't be serious. Why do... Ah, there you are. Professor Alba, are you evil? There are so many weird characters in this game that just show up. I feel like half of the characters in this game exist just so that the developers have the option of later on being like, haha, they're bad. Why, I've been waiting for you. If you finished your paperwork, let's get going. What? I apologize, Professor. It seems we've hit a small snag that might delay our departure somewhat. Listen, Flygon, Wolfen, I love you guys. You guys are great. I'm gonna be real, though. I can't help but feel like you're heavily biased in trying to tell me that the future Sky games are much better than this one. Can't help but feel like you're just a little bit overly biased given my knowledge of how much you two talk about this franchise. It seems we've hit a small snag that might delay our departure somewhat. Just a moment here. Who are... Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Specialist of Archaeology, Professor Alba! I am from the Principality of North Ambria, and I'm here in Liberl for investigative research. Have you processed this man's identification? Yes, sir. His passport checks out, and the Grand Cell History Museum will vouch for him as well. I see. Then everything appears to check out. I apologize for the delay, Professor Alba. So what relationship do you have with these two? Well, they're bracers. They've saved my life quite a number of times. Would you not be the same way with Xenoblade? What do you mean? If someone played I literally told Michael after he played Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, I told him, don't bother playing Xenoblade 2, it sucks, and he hasn't played it to this day. So no, I would not be like, oh dude, you gotta play all the Xenoblade games. I'd be like, play one, it's really good. They saved my life quite a number of times. Is it a spoiler to ask if the next game is still about Estelle and Joshua? All three of them are about Estelle and Joshua. I'm like 99% certain. So I decided to have them accompany me to the capital. Isn't that correct, Joshua, Estelle? Yes, that's it, all right. Huh. Well, it seems you have enough proof of your identity. I apologize to you both for the misunderstanding. No, it's not a problem. We know how it is to have strict protocols. No hard feelings at all. I swear I'm gonna get wrinkles if there are any more surprises. I mean, you started playing along so fast with the professor. It's just that easy, Estelle. It's just that easy. I'm 7 games in right now. I wouldn't play if I wasn't invested. I have no doubt that you're invested. I just think that you really enjoy, like, the gameplay and the characters, and I really kind of don't. Your favorite series besides Xenoblade, then? What are you, like, what are you talking about? My favorite game series that is like a continuous game series of like the same stuff over and over again. If Michael played like, here, I think I know what you're getting at, and I'm gonna tell you right now. If Michael played, first of all, Michael played Kingdom Hearts. He played Kingdom Hearts 1 and he enjoyed it, and then he played Kingdom Hearts 2 and he didn't enjoy it. And then I told Michael, just quit playing. Like, if you didn't like Kingdom Hearts 2 all that much, stop playing the games. I told him I was surprised that he liked Kingdom Hearts 1, but then didn't really like Kingdom Hearts 2. So I told him, like, you didn't enjoy it that much? Don't play 3, don't play Birth by Sleep, just quit playing. You don't like it. I told him straight up. If Michael played the Tales of series, if Michael played Tales of Berseria and told me that he didn't like it, like, at all, I would tell him, like, Tales of just ain't for you, brother. It sucks because I love Tales of, but just don't go for it. So just don't. If Michael played Tales of Vesperia, then maybe I would tell him, like, oh, dude, Vesperia's, like, gameplay style is really whack compared to the others, and its story isn't that good. So, like, at least give, like, Berseria a chance, and then if you're still not liking it, don't go with it. But also, I would never... But also, you don't need to play Vesperia to play any of the other Tales of games. So I wouldn't have Michael play it first. I'd tell him to play Berseria or Arise first, which I hope he eventually does. But they are not continuous, and they all have, like, the general feel, but play drastically differently. Tales of Vesperia plays, like, has a general, like, 3D combat loop and, like, free running and all, but does not play hardly at all like Tales of Berseria or Tales of Arise does. So, very huge difference, which is why I was asking, does Trails in the Sky SC play drastically different from Trails in the Sky FC? And all of my answers have been, that I've seen, they mostly play the same. They mostly play the same. Then Sky 1, Sky 2, and 3 is Vesperia, Berseria, and Arise for us then for that example? No, it's not! You do not have to play Vesperia to play Berseria and Arise. Also, Berseria has a wildly different and more enjoyable gameplay loop than Vesperia does. Are you telling me that SC is drastically different gameplay-wise from FC? Because if it's not, then your example is wrong and you're lying. I thought I had forgotten our assignment for a moment. Hardly. I had hoped you'd catch on a little bit quicker, though. Excuse me for the poor performance, Mr. Silvertongue. Also, the characters are completely different between all three of those games. I assume Sky probably has some new characters, but plenty of the same characters. None of the Vesperia cast is in Berseria or Arise. The Vesperia cast, in my humble opinion, has like 2, maybe 3 good characters, really, and even then they're not that great because the story they're in isn't that good. Berseria has a phenomenal cast, as does Arise. Amazing cast, and good story, but mostly just an amazing cast. Very good. Not all of us can just lie with such a straight face, grumble, grumble. What was that? Never mind. Ha, sorry to surprise you. It just seemed you two were in some trouble, so I spoke up. Should I not have? By the way, just finished watching your Berseria playthrough. Good cast. Yo, the Berseria cast is so good. I don't like Magilu and Laphicet. He's like fine, but dude, Rokuro, Velvet, and Aizen, S+ tier characters. Eleanor, like A tier character. Very good. Oh no, we were definitely in some trouble back there. Thank you, Professor Alba. We appreciate your help. My way of returning the favor. Still, though, what was that argument all about anyway? I heard something about some terrorist attack. It seems there's a gang of criminals out there who have been causing trouble while disguised as normal citizens. And the two of us were suspected of being in said gang. Yeah, can you believe that? I swear, every single person in the military has a massive stick up there. I see. Very troubling indeed, the situation and the imagery. By the way, I heard that the incident at the Carnelia Tower wound up getting complicated. How did that turn out for you? It was very annoying. Huh, well, there were a few loose ends, but for the most part, we managed to get things done. I expected you'd do well. I could tell you two had the beginnings of great bracers in you from the moment we met. Since you don't like first chapter, you won't like Cold Steel 1 and Cold Steel 3, to be honest. Yeah, I actually got a YouTube comment saying that, like, Cold Steel 1 and Cold Steel 3 have, like, the same issues as the first chapter of FC when it comes to, like, characters and story, so I don't, you know, again, I'm not gonna say anything for certain. You never know. I already knew that I wouldn't be playing the second chapter game anytime soon because, like I said, I have 5 new games coming out in the next 3 months, and I also have a lot of other older games I want to play. So I'm gonna finish this game, and then I'll just tell you not to hold out much hope. I just wouldn't hold out much hope. If I even do play Trails in the Sky 2, or second chapter, whatever it's called, it won't be until closer to the end of the year anyway. But also, I wouldn't have much hope for it. I could tell you two had the beginnings of great bracers in you from the moment we met. I'm happy to see I was right. We don't deserve that. We've still got a lot to learn. We're still in training as it is, but Professor, what brings you to a place like this? Naturally, I'm on my way to the capital. I was originally going to take a ship, but I found myself short of funds. Oh well, archaeologists need to exercise too, so the walk should do me good. Dude, this guy is like the Yusuke of this universe. He never has any dang money. Ha ha ha. You don't have to beat yourself up like that, but still, you sure are poor. You can't just say that to people, Estelle. We scholars of the humanities all have financial issues, especially archaeology. Any money I make goes straight to the next excavation. That's too bad, but we sure were lucky running into you back there. Do you want to come along with us to the capital? Now, just a moment, Estelle. I'm sure the professor is very busy with his own. I'd love to. The road to the capital can be dangerous, so having you two nearby would be a relief. Not that it's all that far to the capital anyway. Well, if you don't mind, then we would be honored. It's settled then. Let's get going.